The scriptures say the Most High shall bring us into Egypt again. Now the word Egypt, hold on, the word Egypt, right? What does that word mean? Give me Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. Let's see. According to the Bible, you are the real Jews, you are Hebrew Israelites, you got to repent and turn to the voice of the Lord thy God. We are not African American. How are we from two continents at the same time? Right? The white man has tricked you and bamboozled you, black woman. Right? Right? Read what you got. Read what you got.
It's the book of Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2.
Right, read.
I am the Most High thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
Let's see what the word Egypt means. Read on.
Out of the house of bondage.
Out of the house of bondage. So the word Egypt means house of bondage.
Who sold us to the white man?
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68.
Right, read.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
The Lord shall bring us into bondage again with ships. Read on.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee. Read on.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
We shall see our homeland never again. Read on.
And there ye shall be sold. Ye shall be sold.
Who wrote
Right?
that?
Didn't we just say that?
Who wrote that?
Didn't we just say that?
Who wrote
The
that?
Most High wrote it. The Most High wrote it.
The Most High didn't write
Read on,
that.
keep
He
reading.
did not write
And
that.
there
Because
ye
he
shall be
says, thou
sold
shalt not kill.
unto your enemies.
Thou shalt not kill. Who killed?
You shall be sold unto your
kills?
enemies. Right? Hold on, brother. Are we?
Who sold?
Are we?
Who
hold
sold
on,
us to the enemy?
Can I speak?
Who sold us to
Can
the
I
enemy?
speak? Can I speak
You can
first?
tell me all day, bro.
Are you hold on, brother. You a grown man.
That's right.
There's no reason
I'm 70 years old, bro.
Exactly.
I'm 70.
And there's no reason we should be going back and forth like this. If you say something, have decency and honor to let me respond to your question,
ahead,
brother. It's just that simple.
All I asked you was who sold us to the white man?
I will tell you if you let me answer your question. Right? So read what you got
I
again.
don't want to hear that. I want you to tell me.
Well, this is my platform. I teach how I want to teach, brother.
Later, my bro.
All right, have a good one.
Peace out.
And repent for the Most High deal with you, huh? Right? Give me Ecclesiastes chapter 5 and verse 1. The brother don't even, he say he's 70 years old, and you don't even have the decency, to have a decent conversation, brother. You don't even have the decency, man. Come on, brother. You gotta wake up, man. Smell the coffee. Right? Our older men have become like babies, man. They have become like young children sitting in the market. Right? They don't even know how to control their spirit. Right? If you ask me a question, at least have the decency to let me respond. Right? Let me speak. Let me address your question. Right? Scriptures are big on talking about closing your mouth when somebody else is speaking. I will give you a chance to speak. Right? You say, I don't want to hear that. All right, you don't want to hear the words of the Most High? Have a good night. You are dismissed. Because I'm not here to spew own words out of my own mouth. That's how we got like that. That's how we get like that, brother. Because they listen to pastors and people tell them, look, man, it's okay. Right? You want to interrupt a man in the midst of his speech, go ahead and do that. Do what you want to do. That's not how this game works, man. That's not how this works. Ecclesiastes 5 and verse 1 when you get there.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 5 and verse 1.
Right, read.
Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High.
Keep thy foot when thou go to the house of the Most High. Read on.
And be ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools.
Right, be ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of a fool, man. Giving the sacrifice of a fool is what? Exactly what he just did. Right? He's speaking nonsense. Right? He don't even let me respond to what he got to say. Right? I just told you. Asked me, who are we sold by? I just told you. I just told you. If you were listening, you would have heard me, bro. Right? But this is the problem that we have with our older men. This is why the young children are going to be the ones to lead the older generation. Because our older men don't even have respect, man. They have been so destroyed. How are you 70 years old and you can't operate like a man? Right? When your mouth open, it should be nothing but wisdom coming out. And what is wisdom? Everything according to the Most High. Right? Now we've come to a place where the roles have switched. Now the young men have to teach the older men. Because what? The older generation has left us, man. Right? So I asked my question again, like I opened up with. How much longer, man? How much longer shall we have to endure our older men like that? Right? How much longer we got to do that? Right? What you holding? Keep reading on that, man.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 1.
Read first Samuel 2 and 3.
keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most
What about
High.
you, brother? How you doing, man? You got 5 seconds, man? 5 seconds, come on. Huh? IT?
Next time.
Oh, okay, next time. All right. Read.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5 and verse 1. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High.
What does that mean to keep your foot, right? Keep your foot. Watch how you dealing when you come to the voice of the Lord, man. Watch how you deal, right? Read on.
And be more ready to hear.
Be more ready to hear when you go to the house of the Most High. Where's this house? Wherever the word's coming out, man. Read on.
Than to give the sacrifice of fools.
To give that sacrifice of a... You make yourself sound retarded, man. Excuse my language, right? You make yourself sound dumb, right? It is what it is. I gotta tell it like it straight up is. Because that's the only language that people understand, right? You acting like a fool, man. Read on.
For they consider not that they do evil.
They consider not that they do evil. Read on.
Be not rash with thy mouth.
Be not rash with thy mouth. Read on.
And let not thine heart be hasty to utter anything before the Most
You see what
High.
I'm saying? The Bible don't lie, man. Right? Don't let your heart be hasty to utter anything before the Most High, man. Right? Because all of these things you shall be held accountable for, man. It's just that simple. You shall be held accountable for your words when you come speak to the Most High. Right? Not to say that I'm the Most High, but when you come to the voice of the Lord, when you come where these Bibles are open, where these brothers are teaching, right? You got to keep your foot, man. Right? Because you're gonna slip on yourself. Look at brother talking about next time, but he going down in the vibe. Look, he going off, man. Right? The brothers and sisters, they take this thing for granted, man. Right? What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Hey, you know what we doing, man? All right. Hey, let me talk to you. Come back, though, brother. All right. Right? So that's what we are to do, man. We are here to raise up the children of Israel. Sometimes it take a hard rebuke, right? Sometimes it'll be a soft rebuke. It depends what their spirit is like, right? So you got to understand. I know a lot of brothers and sisters, they're on the keyboard in the background. Why is brother talking to them like that, right? Why he doing them? Why he got to speak so roughly, man? But scriptures talk about that, man. Give me Isaiah 58 and 1. Isaiah 58 verse 1. Scriptures talk about that. Because it's different when you're on the other side of that screen, right? When you're at home in your safe environment, right? You don't have to defend the gospel. It's a different scene, right? It's easy to say that on the back end. But let's see what scripture say. Read what you got.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 58 and verse 1. Cry aloud.
Do what?
Cry aloud.
That's what we doing, man. We crying aloud, man. Read on.
Spare not.
We not sparing anybody's feelings. You come in front of the men of the Most High. We gonna rebuke your nonsense, right? And be ready for that. Read on.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
That's what we do, man. We lift up our voice like a trumpet, man. What does a trumpet do? It's loud, so what? Everybody can hear. The whole city should be able to hear my voice, right? That's why we come out here and we talk to the top of our lungs, man, till our voice go out, right? Read on.
And show my people their transgression.
And what is a transgression, right? It say lift up my voice. It said don't speak softly to them, right? Don't whisper, hey brother, you're going off, right? What is that? Where in the Bible does it say that? Right? Hey sister, you can't do that. Right? Where in the Bible does it say that? It said lift up my voice like a trumpet, man. That's what we doing. That's what we're here to do. Whether you would like it, believe it, hear it or not. We go by thus saith the Most High, not thus saith you. Right? We don't go by thus saith Sandra on the keyboard in the YouTube comments. We don't go by thus saith Brother Kenneth in the keyboard YouTube comments. We don't do that, man. We listen to the voice of the Lord thy God. We're not here to serve man. We are here to serve the Most High. It's just that simple, man. Right? What you want? You got something? All right? So that's what we out here to bring the children of Israel back, man. You guys gotta come back. You guys gotta hear the voice of the Lord, man. Alright? Go ahead. What you got?
The book of Micah, chapter 3 and verse 8. But truly I am full of power by the Spirit of the Most High.
Hallelujah. That's the perfect precept. Truly I am full of power, man. Read on.
And of judgment.
And of what?
And of judgment.
What's going on, brother? I met you before. I know you remember me. Where you been at? Where you been at? I don't forget faces, man. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man? Hallelujah, man. What's going on? What's going on, young man? Young king in the building. What's going on, man? All right, man. Hey, I've been waiting for you to come by, man. Look. All right, I got you. All right, bet. All right, hallelujah, man. Hallelujah. All right, that's funny. It's funny. It's funny because he's one of the first brothers we ran into when we were teaching. When we opened up in Fort Myers in this Lee County area, he's one of the first brothers we talked to, and this was about 6 months ago, right? So the fact that we seeing these brothers all over, man, these are not coincidences that you keep running to us all over the place. How do we go on the other side of the city and we still run into you, man? Right? That's the Most High. The Most High direct the steps of a man. You gotta listen to the voice, man. The Most High don't do these things by coincidence. He's showing you everything that happens, man. Right? Everything happened for a reason. And we gotta be understanding of that. All right? What's going on, brother? Hey, let me talk to you real. Give me 5. Come on now, brother. I gotta get 5 seconds. I know you're trying to get them, but let me come on, man. Oh man, come on, bro. You can get drunk later. You at least gotta hear the voice, man. Come on, man. What about you, sis? She was in the car listening to, she had the earth off, right? That's what we are, man. Listen, man. Keep reading. That was a powerful precept, dog.
But the book of Micah, chapter 3 and verse 8.
Right?
But truly I am full of power by the Spirit of the Most High.
Truly I am full of power by the Spirit of the Most High. By Hashem HaMashiach Yahushua. Right? Read on.
And of judgment and of might.
Right?
To declare unto Jacob his transgression.
To declare unto who?
To declare unto Jacob.
To declare unto the 12 tribes of Israel their what?
His transgression.
Their transgressions. Right? We full of power when we do it, man. Right? We come out in the Spirit of the Most High to do this thing. Read on.
And to Israel, his sin.
Right? Into Israel, their sin. Because a lot of times, if pastors were to come out here, they would have a very hard time. Why? Because they're going to be intimidated by the people. Right? They're going to back down. When they say, get off my block, you're going to run. Why? Because the Spirit of the Most High not dealing with you. Right? They have tried to run us up off the block many times. And you know what we do? We stand bold like a lion. Right? We stand righteously like a lion. Right? Because what? We know the angels are encamped around us, man. Right? Give me Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 7. Right? What you was holding? Zechariah 7. Come on, let's get there. Hold on. Let's get this straight. Right? Let's see what that says. Because they try to intimidate the prophets, man. They try to intimidate people that work for the Lord. They're going to try to intimidate you. But listen, we can't be afraid of that. We got to make sure that we on our square at all times. Right? When we read Deuteronomy chapter 20 and verse 1 through 8, what does it say? It says, let any man that is fearful-hearted or faint-hearted, let him return back to his house, man. Don't even come out here. Right? Because what? You're going to let that rub off on your brother. Then you're going to rub off on your other brother. Now, next thing you know, everybody knees knocking at the camp. Right? If your knees knocking, go home, man. Right? Read what you got, brother.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 3 and verse 7.
Right? What about you, sis? Right? Read on.
But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee.
Right? Read.
For they will not hearken unto me.
Right?
For all the house of Israel are imputed.
They are impudent children. Read on.
And hard-hearted.
And they are hard-hearted people. They stiff-necked, hard-headed. Read on.
Behold, I have made thy face strong against their face.
Behold, he make our face strong against their face. Right? Read on.
And thy forehead strong against their forehead.
He made our forehead hard against their forehead. So when opposition meets us, we got to meet that back, man. We got to give them that same energy that they give us. Right? It's easy to say that you're going to come out and teach the word of the Most High. Right? You're going to do it in a soft voice. But these people not trying to hear none of that, man. When you look at Zacharias, when you look at John, when you look at all these brothers that were teaching, why were they getting stoned for teaching the words of the Most High? Was it because of what they were teaching? Was it because they were speaking loudly? No, it's because they had the Spirit of the Most High. They don't like the Spirit of the Most High. It's just that simple. Wickedness has increased itself in the earth. Read on.
As an adamant, harder than flint, have I made thy forehead.
Right, so he made our head the hardest stone possible. Read on.
Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their look.
Right, it say fear them not. Don't even be intimidated by their looks. When I looked at it, he could come with that rough face. He could have 30,000 tattoos on his face. He could have tattoos all over his body with all the gold from here to here in his mouth. We're not afraid of that. Right? We're going to teach you just like we teach everybody else. Right? We stand boldly and we speak boldly through the Spirit of the Most High. Read on.
Neither be dismayed at their look,
Right? Read.
though they be a rebellious house.
Though they be a rebellious house, man. Right? Though they be a rebellious house. Right? Hey, brother, if you got my number, text me, man, please. Yeah, I got you. I got you. I got you. All right. Okay, I got you. I'm going to call you when I'm done with this. I got you. He got my phone. He recording right now, but I got you, brother. All right. Shalom. All right. Y'all here to show the children of Israel their transgression, man. Whether they get mad or upset, right? What about you, sis? Sis, what about you? You got 5 seconds? You're like, come on, man. Wow. I don't think anybody saw that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Right? But it was like, I don't know if she sat in something. I don't know. I'm gonna leave that alone, right? So what we try to do, man, is tell the people that everything in the Bible don't feel good. Right? Everything in the Bible not gonna feel good, man. What about you, brother? How you doing? How you doing? You Rasta?
Yeah, but
Hold on, come. Let me talk to you. Hold on. You got 2 minutes? 2 minutes, man. 2 minutes. Right? You say you Rasta, right? You Haitian? 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 Do you know who you are according to the Bible? Let me show you. Give me Deuteronomy 7 and verse 6. You gonna be back? All right. You gotta get the Haitian Rasta on video, man. Haitian Rasta gotta go to work. Give me Deuteronomy 7 and verse 6. Haitian Rasta gotta go to work on the Sabbath day, right? It's all good. You understand? Listen, man. Look, we understand. We are all in captivity. I get it, man. Oh, shoot! Look. That's the Most High right there. Did they hit?
No, they didn't hit.
That's the Most High. That's the Most High, man. Maybe if you would have waited for 2 minutes, that would have never happened. All right.
All praise.
So read what you got. Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Most High thy power.
Thou art the holy people to the Most High thy power. Right? So Rasta, man, you gotta tighten up, man. That's my first time ever seeing a Haitian Rasta. I can't lie to you. Right. I can't lie. I gotta tell the Levites at the school about this one, man. Right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's crazy. Right? So, you know, we just telling people to return to their heritage, man. Right? There's no such thing as a Haitian Rasta. You can't do that. You can't be that way, man. The Most High didn't create you to be a Rasta. He created you to be the children of Israel. Right? What about you, sis? How you doing, man? How you doing? Would you say that you love God, sister? Would you say that you love God? How do you love God according to the Bible? Give me 5 seconds. All right, cool. All right. And after we done, if the sister come in, she hear the word, we're gonna head out after that, bro. We're gonna be out here too much longer. Right? So, you know, you finished reading on that, Deuteronomy 7 and 6?
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6.
Right?
For thou art an holy people unto the Most High thy power.
Thou art the holy people to the Most High thy power. Read on.
The Most High thy power have chosen thee.
He chose us, the children of Israel, man. You Israelites, man. Read on.
To be a special people.
Right, read on.
Unto himself. Above all people.
Right.
That are upon the face of the earth.
That are upon the face of the earth, man. So drop that. Give me what you got, man.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 7 and verse 11.
Right.
But they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder.
Right. So they refused to hearken. They refused to listen to the voice. Read on.
And stop their ears.
And to stop their ears. Read on.
That they should not hear.
That they shouldn't hear. They closed their ears, literally. We had a young boy this morning. He closed his ears like this when we preaching the laws of God. Why are you doing that, brother? Right? You hate the Most High that bad? You hate God that bad where you gotta cover your ears? You hate hearing not eating pork? You hate hearing keep the Sabbath day? You hate hearing love your brother? That's why you closing your ears? Right? Because even you young children gotta get rebuked, man. You young kids gotta get rebuked. Right? Because you young kids, turn into monsters later on in life. Right? You turn in like the young brother from Boondocks, man. Right? You want to smoke cigarettes with your friend. Right? I gotta smoke cigarettes with my friend. That's not what we're here to do, man. right? You got to be a child of the Most High. Just like you got to be a man of the Most High. Just like you got to be a woman of the Most High, man. Read on what you got, man.
Yea, they made their hearts as adamant stone.
Right? They made their heart, so they make their mind like a adamant stone, a hard stone. Read on.
Lest they should hear the law and the words which the Most High of hosts
Right.
hath sent in his spirit
Right.
by former prophets.
Read on.
Therefore came a great wrath from the Most High of hosts.
Therefore comes a great wrath from the Most High of hosts. That's what's coming towards you, man. That's what's going to come for you. You want to continue to blot out the Most High's words, the Most High going to blot you out. Right? You thought you had the answers? No, the Most High got the answers. Right? You thought you had it all figured out, but you don't, man. It's just that simple. Right? So we ask ourselves, what about you, sis? How you doing? You got 5 seconds? Let me talk to you real quick. Right? Right? They try to, I don't want to hear the words, man. I don't want to hear it. Right? Why? Because you know there are wrath is going to come. Right? Give me Romans 10 and 14. Give me Ecclesiastes 7 and 11. 8 and 11. Right? Because you continue to do wickedness. There's a reason why people continue to do wickedness on this earth. There's a reason for it. And we're going to find out soon. So give me Romans 10, 14. Why does the Most High send us out here? Read on.
The book of Romans, chapter 10, and verse 14.
Right, read.
How then shall they call on him
How then shall they call on the Most High? Read on.
in whom they have not believed?
In whom they don't believe. They don't believe in God. How they going to call on him then? Let's see. Read on.
And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard?
How they going to believe if they never heard of him? Read on.
And how shall they hear without a preacher?
How shall they hear without a preacher? What's going on, young brother? Right, you got 5 seconds? Where you from, brother? You from Haiti? You from the tribe of Levi? Right? You ever heard that? You are God's chosen people, man. There's a lot that is required of you, young brother. Right? Would you say that you love God? Let's see. Give me 1 John 5 and 3. Would you say you believe in God? Maybe. Give me Sirach 32 and 24. Read what you got, brother.
The book of 1 John, chapter 5, and verse 3.
So let's see how you love God according to the Bible. Read on.
For this is the love of the Most High,
This is how you love God. Read on.
that we keep his commandments.
That we do what?
That we keep his
That
commandments.
we keep his commandments. Read on.
And his commandments are not grievous.
Give me 2 John 1 and 6, right? Read what you got. Now, let's say you now we just read, how do you love God? How do you love God according to the Bible? What did we just read? Yeah, but hold on. Remember, I asked you, do you love God? You say yes, right? I went to the scripture, it says, if you love God, what do you have to do? Keep his what? Keep his commandments. Keep the promise, right? So let's see. You say you believe in God. Let's see. Read on.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 32, and verse 24.
Right, read.
He that believeth in the Most High,
Now you believe in God, right? If you believe in the Most High, read on.
taketh heed to the commandments,
That means you listen to the commandments. Read on.
and he that trusteth in him
You trust in God. Read on.
shall fear never the worst.
You won't have anything to fear if you really truly believe God, right? You gotta love God, brother. How old are you if you don't mind me asking? You 18. You a young brother, man. This is about your time where you're about to transition into a young man. To be a strong young man, you gotta believe in the Most High because what? Your tribe is mighty powerful, man. You guys were the mediators between the children of Israel and us in the Most High, right? You guys were the ones that were sending up those sacrifices. You know about voodoo, I'm sure, right? Where do you think that stuff comes from, right? Where do you think they got that from? How did they learn how to do all this, right? They were the mediators between us and the Most High, right? So we need the young brothers to get down to listen to the voice of the Lord thy God. So read what you got.
The book of 2 John, chapter 1, and verse 6.
Right, read.
And this is love, that we walk after his commandments.
This is love that we walk after his commandments. Read on.
This is the commandment that as ye have heard from the beginning.
This is the commandment that you heard from the beginning. Meaning what? These things are not hard to do. Now let me ask you a question. It says to love God, you have to keep the commandments. So what are some of the commandments of God? Do you know? You don't know, right? It's all good. We're here to teach you, brother. Right? We're here to teach you. I'll show you. Give me Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 1. Give me Leviticus chapter 11. All right, let's see some of the commandments, right? Whoever got it first. Let's see.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, and verse 1.
Right, read.
And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying,
Right?
Speak unto the children of Israel.
Right, so we call you the children of Israel. Why? Because you're not really from Haiti. You were brought there as slaves, right? So where did you come from before you got to Haiti, right? But what part of Africa, right? You don't know that part, right? Because why? Our heritage has been erased. We are the children of Israel. Like my people are from Jamaica. We were slaves in Jamaica, right? You are God's chosen people. There's a reason why us as people went into slavery. Because we didn't keep the commandments of the Most High. So now I'm going to show you some of the commandments that we have to keep. Keep reading.
Speak unto the children of Israel.
Right, read.
And say unto them,
right,
concerning the feast of the Most High.
Right, read.
Which ye shall proclaim to be a holy convocation.
A holy convocation meaning what? A separate gathering. Read on.
Even these are my feasts. 6 days shall work be done.
This is one of the commandments. It says 6 days you can work, right? Read on.
But the seventh day,
the seventh day, which is what? Saturday, Sabbato, right? Read on.
Is the Sabbath of rest.
Is the Sabbath of rest. We are supposed to rest on that day. Read on.
And holy convocation.
And holy convocation meaning we have to gather together on the Saturday, on the Sabbath day. That is a commandment by the Most High. Now, if you say you love God, you got to gather with us or whoever's keeping the commandments on the Sabbath day. Right? Where you from? You from Fort Myers? You live in Fort Myers? So we have a school in the Lehigh Acres. We just built that school up. Right? We actually in the living room right now, but we spreading all around right now. Right? We would love if you come through. We have class every Saturday at 12:30. Right? I'm going to show you 2 more precepts and I'm going to let you go. Leviticus 11 and 7. Give me Numbers 15:38.
This is the book of Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7.
Right? Read.
And the swine.
The what?
And the swine.
Do you know what the swine is according to the Bible? Do you know what that is? Right? The swine is the pig. Grill, right? Bacon, ham, right? In the swine, read on.
Though he divided the hoof,
right? Read.
And be cloven footed.
He has that thing on the top of his hand. Read on.
Yet he cheweth not the cud.
He doesn't eat his food, throw it up and eat it again. Read on.
He is unclean to you.
He's what?
He is unclean to you.
He is an unclean animal. We are not allowed to eat that. Read on.
Of their flesh shall ye not eat.
Of their body, you can't eat grill. No pork, no ham. We talk about loving God. If you truly love God, you can't do this, right? Read on.
And the carcass shall ye not touch.
So in their dead bodies, we can't even touch that. Why? Because it's an unclean animal. So that's another commandment. So we got one, keeping the Sabbath day. That's one commandment. Not eating pork. That's another commandment. I'm going to show you another one. Give me Numbers 15:38.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15, and verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel.
Read.
And bid them that they make them fringes.
They make them what?
That they make them fringes.
Now you see every brother in this camp right now, we have fringes on the bottom of our clothing. It says bid them, tell them that they make them fringes. Read on.
In the border of their garments.
In the borders of their garments. So everybody has fringes on. Because what? This is a commandment of God. Why? Because we love God. And we love God, we got to keep the commandments, right? Read on.
Throughout their generations.
Throughout their generations. Read on.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
And then we put the ribbon of blue on the fringe. Because what? The Moses told us to. The Most High told us to do these things, right? So you got to do the same thing. If you love God, keep the commandments. These things are very important, right? You're a young brother. You look like a strong brother. You gotta get down with these commandments because what? God comes first in everything that you do, right? It doesn't matter about your job, your whatever you're doing in life. God always comes first. Right? You have YouTube, right? You got your phone on you. Type us in real quick and then subscribe, brother. Right? Right, because we give out a lot of good information. We out here to answer your questions, right? I'll give it to you real quick. It's called The Light of Zion. That's the school name. Lee County. Right? So this is us right here. Right? And then I just hit subscribe. So whenever we go live every Saturday. Right? We have classes. Right? Listen, you are welcome to come. Right? You can get more information on there. We always have a live, right? What's your name, brother? What is it? Taluska? All right, my name is Kadash, brother. All right? If you got any questions, listen, I want to see you come to class. Matter of fact, before you go, let me take your number, brother. Nah, I don't want to let you go. Because you seem like you have a zeal, right? I'm going to show you. All right? What's your number? 39 263 262 362 8723. Alright, that's it right there. Alright, I'm calling you right now. Alright, you got my number now. So if you got any questions,
you got anything you need, you let me know, brother, all right? All right. I'm gonna let you go. Shalom. Be safe, brother.
Shalom, brother.
All right. Hallelujah. All
Hallelujah.
praises, man. And that's what it's about.